And oh, okay. Woo, take it easy. Take a chill pill. All right. I'm back. All right. The drunken Swede is back, and sci-fi Swede is back, and yeah, pow, like that. Yeah, we're one and the same. So this is the first installation. This is the this is the first. This is the first drunken sci-fi Swede episode. Woo! Alright, so the story. Some people wanted to see me do a review of The Hobbit. You know, it's a little this indie movie going around some selected theaters around the world right now. You know, it's done by this guy. I don't know if you know him, Peter Jackson, close to my heart. Yeah, it's okay. Let's just get right into it. You know, I saw it. What's the time? It's 00:51. I saw it just 3 hours ago, so it's still fresh in my mind or whatever. It's here, all right. I just saw it, and I've read the reviews, and I've listened to my friends, and you know, some of you say like, "Oh, it's the best thing ever," and some of you say like 2 of you say like, "Oh, okay, it's boring and it's too long and it's dull and it just sucks ass." Okay, so and now I'm gonna do my take on it in this video review without any actual footage from the film. Ah, funny, yeah. I'm a bit drunk. I'm not too drunk actually, so because I thought, you know, I still should be able to speak rather properly for you guys, because you know, otherwise maybe one day I'll do a review where I'm actually shit drunk, like actually like whoa. I don't even know what the vodka is called. It's like a Smirnoff ripoff. It's called like Smirnoff something, but not Smirnoff. But it's Moose. It's Moose fucking. Well, the things you do for love. All right. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. Okay. Okay, I'm done. I'm done for reals. Okay, I'm done for reals. So, to start all this off, you know, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, and Oväntade Resa. It's the new installment in the Lord of the Rings saga, of course. Yeah, so, first off, I'd really like to say that I was never a big fan of the Lord of the Rings series. I liked them, but I just didn't. I didn't see the appeal. You know, I'm more of a Star Wars guy, hence the name Sci-Fi Swede. So you know, but still, I mean, I saw the second and the third one in theaters. And this is kind of what I just a quick run by, so you kind of know how I feel about them. So the first one, okay. The second one sucked. The second one, like what was it, The Two Towers or something? That one wasn't good. It was not good. It was not good at all. It was like it really was one of those, you know. I can talk more about The Two Towers later because it's just not good. The third one I really like. There's nothing bad about it, except I think the final 30 minutes or so. It's a bit too. Anyway, so that's just a quick run by. So I mean, all in all, I like the series. I don't adore them. I'm not a fan. So So when I went to see The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. I'll just say The Hobbit from now on, okay? I really didn't have that much hype going on. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the best movie of the year. Kind of like I had with the Avengers or Prometheus, even. You know, let's not even go into that right now. You know, that's for another film. That's for another episode. So I was like, yeah, okay, well, this might be a good... I mean, I like some of Peter Jackson's films. I mean, I grew up with Brain Dead and Bad Taste, The Frighteners to some extent. I really like those movies. And then he just fucked everything over with King Kong and The Lovely Bones. That was just... Ugh. 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 That was bad. It wasn't like when I went, you know, when you saw Phantom Menace. Even though I was 9 years old when I saw it, you know, you still, you had still seen the original trilogy, so you went like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. You know, it takes place before the actual trilogy. Whoa, how cool is that? And you know, Phantom Menace. Oh, shit. Look, here's the thing. Let's just start off with the bad things from the get-go. An Unexpected Journey does have some things in common with Phantom Menace. So let's just walk them through. Okay, so there's this character. I mean, I saw it just 3 hours ago, but I think his name was Rabagast or something. Rabagast the Brown. He was a wizard kind of guy, and he was annoying. He was really annoying. Like, fuck. He was... The moment I saw him, I was like, oh shit. Oh shit, this is the Jar Jar Binks. This is the Jar Jar Binks of this movie. You know, if you're gonna find something good about it, you know, we don't see that much of him, really. I think he's got like 15 minutes tops of screen time, thankfully. Like, maybe 20 minutes, whatever, and then he's gone, and you're like, oh... Thank God he's gone. Hopefully he won't return for the sequels. I don't know. I have not read the books. Sorry. But he was just annoying. Why bring in such a character that's so annoying and moment in the film? Which you know, maybe I was just the one catching this little thing, but he's like having this really serious talk to Gandalf. And Rabagast just utters like the line. I don't know. What was it? He utters the line like, you know, oh, there's something dark in there. Dark forces are running into it. I think he really got this unintentional Palpatine voice, like Darth Sidious, and I really thought, like, in my head, like, oh, here it comes, like, oh, join the dark side of the Force, and I thought that was really funny, even though it really wasn't, but fuck you. That kind of still, you know, still on the Phantom Menace kind of thing here, you know, I think The Hobbit was a bit too childish, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, this one's especially very PG, except for, you know, the obvious, like, decapitations and shit. And I don't know why. It feels like, I mean, the dwarfs. Yeah. They were... Like, Thorin, the leader, he was really good. I actually liked him. You get, like, 12 Jar Jar Binks in one group, and you're like, oh, fuck. And that's another problem. Like, it's 13 dwarfs. Like, okay, the leader, Thorin, as I said, you know, I like him, and he will actually stick out for you. Like, you will remember him, Thorin. Yeah, right, Thorin. But the 12 other dwarves? Who the fuck were they? You're like, I was, you know, you were in this movie with them for 3 hours, and you never get to know them, ever. Like, who's this guy, and who's this guy, and... they're doing these silly things. They're burping and they're falling and slapstick here, slapstick there. Very, very fucking funny. And I hope that, that's all for like the childish. That's for the minors to see, like, oh, finally, haha, that's funny. And then I don't want to use the word elderly, but the fuck, we just want to see like the actual epicness, because that's what Lord of the Rings is all about, like, right? The epicness. That's what we want to see. That's what we're paying the money for. Like, we want to see an epic fucking movie with epic battles, epic scenery, epic music, and don't get me wrong, Hobbit got all of that, so that's a good thing. I mean, I just want to point it out that the dwarfs and especially Rabagast feels out of place somehow. I don't know. There is not good, and there's no development, character development, or just it's just so bad. It's so bad. However, I do want to bring up this one moment in the film. Like, it's pretty early in the movie, and where all of the 13 dwarves like kind of share this moment in Bilbo's house. You'll know it when you see it. And that, I think, that was actually pretty touching, because you feel like you just feel like they belong to each other for that specific moment, that they belong in the movie, they belong to each other, they'll do whatever it takes to get to their goal, accomplish their goal. And that's a really fine moment. I really, really, really like that moment. And as I said, if you haven't seen the movie but will see the movie, you'll know the moment. It's like just this little moment. I mean, maybe it's just like 2 minutes of the film with the 13 dwarfs in Bilbo's house. That's just really good. And you feel like, oh shit, this is good. Maybe the rest of the movie could be like this. But it isn't. Well. Okay, so it also just still on the dwarfs. Sorry, but this whole movie is about dwarfs, and still you don't know shit about them. Could anyone actually remember all of the dwarfs' fucking names? No. You are a liar if you said yes. Thorin, yeah, I know that one. Bomber, Gloin, Killy. Well, that's 4 names out of 13. No, Bofer as well, right? I think. Bofer? That's still 5 names out of 13 names! 13? Fuck! That's like... Let me count. 1, 10... 10... 8... Hey, that's 8 characters I don't know the name of, and I spent 3 hours with them. Like, and either it's just because there are so many, or because I'm whimsy and drunk, or because they actually just didn't make an impact. Like, there's no character behind the name, and if there's no character behind the name, there's no reason for me to give a shit about the name. So please, give me all the 13 names. I want to know, because I don't have a fucking clue, man. Sip. And about all these dwarves and Bilbo, the hobbits, and Gandalf. There's one thing that hit me during the film, and that's like I think I was like 1 hour or maybe even 1.5 hours into the movie, and I was like, hey, dude, where's all the women? Where the fuck is all the women? We gotta have something pretty to look at. Where's all the women, baby? And, okay, so here's the thing, everybody knows this already, so it's not a spoiler. Galadriel is in the movie, Cate Blanchett is in the movie, but she is the only female character in the whole fucking movie. She's the only female speaking in the whole movie, and you get like 10 minutes with her, max. Maybe 15, whatever, what the fuck. So what I'm saying is, when you walk into this movie, you gotta know that you just paid $14 to to see 15 hairy fucking guys walk and sweat and talk and drink and barf on an adventure and shit and go blah. And then you get to see this one woman for 10 minutes. So, you know, as fast as you see her, you know, take a good look, because that's the last you'll see. $14 for 15 hairy men. Gandalf, Bilbo, and the 13 dwarfs. Yeah. Yep. One hobbit, one wizard, and 13 dwarfs. And one cup. Oh, fuck, man. So yeah, okay. So, you know, one of my biggest problems with the Phantom Menace... Yeah, okay, let's go back to that one, right? Phantom Menace, okay. Which had a lot of problems, but one particular problem, I think at least, was that you didn't really feel like you had a good focused protagonist. Like, who was the protagonist of Phantom Menace? Was it Obi-Wan Kenobi? Was it Qui-Gon Jinn? Was it Anakin Skywalker? Who the fuck knows? Because they go this way and he go this way, and sometimes we look at Qui-Gon Jinn, sometimes we look at Obi-Wan, and those god-awful times we look at Anakin. Shit. And there's a bit of that in this movie as well. You're like, you know, okay, aren't we supposed to, like, follow Bilbo? Isn't this Bilbo's journey? But still, we got, like, these very, very long, outdrawn scenes and moments with, like, pure Gandalf, pure Thorin, like, and they all have their kind of journeys, but the big problem, really, what I'm trying to say here is that none of them really are just focused and developed enough to even be a protagonist. It's almost like, in a way, like you're following three protagonists. Like, so it's Bilbo, Gandalf, and Thorin. And, I mean, it's not that big of a problem, really. Because I know, because this movie's special, and we already know that there's going to be a second and a third one, and, you know, they all got their own journeys, and they will get developed, and blah, blah, blah. But still, in another way, that's not an excuse, because you still kind of have to have someone to focus on. You need someone to have with you and see the movie from this particular character's eyes. Like, but, you know, maybe I'm just whimsy and I'm probably nitpicking. But still, really, I'm super serious. I even think I saw, like, in the credits that Ian McKellen's name came up before Martin Freeman. So, does that mean that Gandalf was the protagonist? I don't know. Was he? But, you know, so, what I'm just going around just talking about The Hobbit, you know, let's just make this one thing clear, alright? So, I liked it. Okay? I think that's what you want to hear. I liked it. I liked The Hobbit. It wasn't great, but I liked it. It wasn't bad. It had its flaws, but it was okay. It was okay. I was afraid it was going to be too long, like with 3 hours and shit, but I actually, to be honest, I think I thought that, like, in the last couple of minutes, I felt like, oh no, don't stop now. Let's continue the journey, and you know that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. So I'm definitely, like, psyched, psyched to see the second one. Like, I really want to see what they can do, but in the other hand, I feel like, I'm afraid that it wasn't just too memorable, really. Like, it's gone 3 hours, and there's really not that many moments in the movie. Maybe except for that one moment with, like, the dwarfs and when Bilbo meets Gollum, which we all knew, so that's not a spoiler, right? Spoilerino! Those were two good moments, but other than that, you don't really remember that much from the movie. And I think that's gonna be a problem for me tomorrow in a year when I'm gonna see the second one, The Desolation of Smaug. Because in the end, these days, it to me at least, it just doesn't cut it anymore to a film just being okay or good. You really need to make something memorable out of it, and like, yeah, okay, so yeah, okay. The Hobbit has a lot of good sceneries, still very good music, and like you feel like, oh yeah, I remember that music from the original trilogy. Yeah, that's cool. But in the end of the day, there's no real good moments uh, in the film that kind of like connects you with the characters or the film at all, and it just doesn't really let you be a player in the film. Like, uh, I think it's a bit too close of a movie, if you get what I mean. It's like, this is it, and whatever you say, it's wrong, and you see, that's why I like Prometheus. And I know. A lot of people hate Prometheus. I hate you too. But the thing is, Prometheus I saw 6 months ago. Maybe even more. And I still remember it. And I still watch it because there's still so much to explore in that movie. And you really want to see the sequel, and you just really want to explore the movie in itself. But The Hobbit is just so close. It's like it's already finished. An unexpected journey is already finished. Like, there's nothing more really to take from it. I don't need to see that movie ever again because I saw absolutely everything. There's nothing new I can see in it. There's no like references or underlying themes I need to find. Like, everything's there for you. And that's one thing. Like, that's what I like to call like the Hollywood scheme of it all. Like, you want to serve the audience the story on a silver platter. Like, this is the story. Here you go. This is all of the story. Here you go, motherfucker. Take it. Take everything. You're like, oh wait, don't put that in my mouth. Let me take some myself. No, it doesn't, and that's a big problem for me. But I mean, this is all very individual. Alright, I already know. A lot of people hated Prometheus because of a lot of things. But I mean, it's in the end it's all really about respect to one another, and as I said, I liked The Hobbit. I really did. But in the end, I don't think. First of all, I don't think, like, I mean, there's just no reason for me to see it ever again, and only that's a pretty bad thing, really. Like, you feel like, oh, I've already seen it. There's nothing more for me to take from here. But on the other hand, as I also said, I really want to see the sequel, because I felt like, let the movie continue. Let the movie continue. I want to see the sequel. And so I'm really looking forward to Desolation of Smaug. I hope it's going to be a lot better. I really hope Peter Jackson is going to come up with some surprises and some more memorable moments. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And now I've been talking for so long that I'm probably actually pretty sober. Not too sober, actually, so I can still enjoy myself a pretty good wank. I just want to make clear, I'm not hating on it. What I'm trying to do is just put out all the bad things I thought the movie had, and in the end, you know, it was a good movie. It looked good. The music was really good, and those two moments were really good, like the one with the dwarves and Bilbo and Gollum, was really good. So all in all, you know, this is not the new Phantom Menace. Thankfully, that's actually really good. You know, that's because I was actually afraid it was going to be, but it's not. Instead, it's just another okay film. Uh, so The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, en oväntad resa, gets 6 Darth Maul parts out of 10 Darth Maul parts. So that's still pretty good. But not that great, but still pretty good. So, yeah. Thank you. Nu skiter jag i det här alltså. Jag orkar inte med mig.